Good morning, guys. It's Najo back again. Today I'm going to be doing a reaction video on conflict and resolution. This YouTuber is called Nella Grace. I think she's from the UK. So I'm just going to watch this video. And yeah, I'm just going to watch it and do a reaction video on it. So let's go.
Anyway, that day we did have an argument which we managed to resolve because New's good at conflict resolution. I'm not so much. I'm more of like I want to argue and just feel sorry for myself and throw shade and just be like subtweet and yeah. New's like, let's sort this out, and I'm like, no, I don't want to sort it out. I want to be angry at you. And
for what? For a reason. You get all these emotions for no reason.
But we managed to get to like sort out.
How did you even sort that one out?
I cried. I'm joking.
Did you?
So, yeah, so today's video is going to be about conflict resolutions, how to argue in a nice way, in a healthy way, and also
how to resolve conflict.
How to resolve conflict,
yeah.
But sometimes conflict can't be resolved if you don't argue like clean.
Yeah, it's true.
So, because I find that we're just gonna talk. I don't really have like, we haven't discussed it before. We just want to talk about it. Like, I realized with New and I, like, the thing that I like about how we argue is we are never mean to each other. Like, when we argue, it's genuinely because we're trying to get a point across.
And that's one thing I learned from my mom. I remember my mom said this, like when me and my brother used to argue or whatever, it's never argue to hurt the person.
Yeah, we never
say
to hurt
something
each other.
to hurt the other person.
Yeah.
But literally, if you have a point of view and you disagree with them, keep on going backwards and forwards, even if it takes the whole afternoon.
Yeah.
But don't try and hurt the person.
No. And we've been together nearly 5 years, and we've never argued to hurt each other, because I know a lot of people do that, you know. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, bitch, you did this, oh, you... like,
because do you know what happens? When you resolved the actual problem, now you got feelings from, yo, he called me small,
called me this,
or he called me this. Or,
exactly. And then it causes insecurities in relationships, because when people are angry, they say what they mean. They say what they mean, sometimes not necessarily because they mean to, but if I knew, for example, News had an insecurity about his arms, and then I was like, oh, your arms are small anyway, or something like that. Of course that's not insecurity, but why would I do that to hurt him? So I think, like, when you argue, never argue to hurt someone. You never argue to hurt people, because we just don't do that. And I remember in my previous relationships, maybe one before, like, we used to argue to hurt each other. Like, I'd just say really mean things. And I actually remember once, with another relationship, like, I remember that person said something really mean to me, to the point where, like, it just made me so self-conscious. Only in that relationship, though. Like, after that, I was fine with it. Like, remember I've told you about that. So, like, it was so mean. I was like, oh my goodness, like, you really think that? I don't even know why he said that, but anyway, it was, so, and we don't do that. We don't argue to hurt each other. We argue to resolve problems, to get a point across. So I think that's one point about conflict resolution. What are you gonna say? You look like you're smirking.
Oh no, I'm just thinking about, do you really want to talk about why you broke up?
Yeah. Like, New and I always, like, we've only had one, maybe two breakups that has been caused by an argument. We've broken up a few times in our relationships. Not for long. I think the longest breakup we had was like 3 months or something.
That's long.
Yeah, I said the longest breakup we've had was like 3 months, and that was something else, like a bigger issue, nothing to do with like arguments. But we've broken up based on arguments before, and that was, I think that's another point. It's about compromise.
So I was looking at the time. It's about compromise. What do I have to say? No, I think in a relationship, I think you also need to know, like, I'm always hearing about, what is it? What's the word they use?
A deal breaker.
Yeah, so she's always bringing deal breakers, and I don't really have deal breakers or lists.
So basically, you just settled with me. You don't have deal breakers, means you don't have standards.
No. This is my point I'm trying to say. I don't have deal breakers, but there are certain standards which I already saw in you already.
We'll talk about this video. In the next video, we're going to talk about deal breakers in relationships, our views on that in a different... Watch the video that's going to come up after this. But yeah, so basically...
No, wait, let me finish.
Yeah.
So, for me, it's a situation where standards which I thought were already there, which were already set, and then in that slight instance where you go and do something different, which I'm like, wait, this is not petty, this is not the
So
girl.
you had expectations?
No, it's not expectations, stuff you did. Like, that picture.
No, I'm talking about before. You just said that before, when you came to a relationship, you didn't have deal breakers, but you had things which you thought are just naturally happen in relationships.
Yeah.
But you don't know that it naturally happens.
No, but I
expectations.
knew it was gonna naturally happen in my relationship because the girl I wanted to be with was gonna be a God-fearing girl.
Yeah.
So obviously, when it gets to a point where you're now having a conversation, you're being reasonable. You said, "I see you." You've gone left, and think you need to go right, and then the other participant tells you, "Who do you think you are? I can do what I want. I'm gonna leave that there. I'm gonna do," and then you're like, "Wait." Now it's not just about that issue.
Yeah, it's about
it expands out into if I'm expressing something which is of a moral issue, which I believe we both should have that same view, and you are now going against that. From my perspective, I'm like, okay, who are you then?
Yeah. So basically, for this to make sense, I posted a picture on Instagram which was a bit risque, I guess you could say.
Did you say a bit?
Yeah, okay, whatever. It was a bit risque in the terms of someone in a relationship, I think.
It's not even in a relationship. If you're single and you're trying to use that to pull man.
But I wasn't trying to use it to pull man.
Yeah,
it was a nice picture. I liked the picture and I thought I looked nice. Yeah?
But who else is going to think you look nice?
Exactly.
Only man them who are coming to...
So Nu did not agree with that picture, and it really, like, he was just not happy about it. And I was sat, and he wanted me to take it down, basically. Like, no, you're my girl, and I don't want you parading yourself on social media like that. And I know some people watching this, a lot of people will have
but
you know that like Twitter standard when people are like, a man shouldn't tell you what to do if you want to go somewhere.
And what?
Oh my god! Okay, Lucas.
No. Do you know my point? My point is, end of the day, it's more of there's a certain standard which I expect of you.
Yeah.
If you're putting that out there, I'm gonna call. If your jeans is ripped and everyone can see your backside, I'm gonna tell you. If you're not telling me no, I don't want to do it, and I'm like, bruh.
And the thing is, the reason that's not a bad thing is, right, because I know other people don't think this way. They think, like what he's just said, if I have something I expect of you and you don't do it, then it's like, what's wrong with you, kind of thing. But it's not because he expects it of me and I'm different. We have an agreement of who we say we are to each other. If I say that I have a moral standing and he has the same moral standing, if he sees me wavering from that moral standing, then to him, I've changed, and that's not something that we both agree with. It's not a matter of he put something on me, because basically when this happened, when this whole Instagram picture happened, I had to look back, I had to like reflect and be like, why do I not want to take this picture?
Let's backtrack. This girl now
I denied, basically. I said, no, don't tell me what to do.
Yeah.
If I want to post this picture, I will post this picture.
Sorry.
Because I want to. So I left the picture up.
And then then he was obviously like, for me, for me, it got to a point where normally in our arguments, if you have issues like that, if she doesn't like something which I've done, we sit down and talk, and I actually try to understand her opinion. She actually tries to understand my opinion, but she just built a wall like Donald Trump. So I was like, bruh, you gonna build a wall and say you're gonna do what you're gonna do?
Do it by yourself.
Go enjoy it. Go enjoy it.
Do it by yourself. Nu was like, well, I don't want to be with that kind of girl. So
if you can't reason over an issue and explain over a flipping Instagram picture, come on.
So he broke up with me basically because he was like, if you don't take that picture down, that means that we're gonna get to the point. Basically, he said, if you don't take that picture down because you just don't want to be told what to do, then you can do you. I don't want to force you to do what you don't want to do, and I'm just gonna do me. So he broke up with me, and then I thought about it, and I sat there and I thought, okay, am I willing to actually end my relationship based on an Instagram picture? And the reason was no.
A couple hours, you were, yeah.
For a couple hours, I was like, skiing, see you later. What do you mean? I will do what I want. Anyway, and then I thought about it and I was like, what? I had to like basically soul search and think, why do I not want to take that picture down? And I realized it was because I was being stubborn. I agreed with his moral standing because his point was, it was basically like quite a revealing body shot kind of picture. And to some people that's fine, but to me, based on my cause and my beliefs, I actually don't agree with that. In that moment, I was more caught up in the feelings, in the likes or whatever, and how nice I looked according to society, so I posted it. But when I realized that I actually agreed with his mindset and what he was saying, I had to humble myself and be like, you know what? And I had to come to a point where I realized that I was taking it down for me. Like, because that mattered to me. Like I'd never want. That's one thing that I never want to feel like I'm doing something for new.
Yeah.
I always want to feel like I'm doing it for myself. And the reason why I was cool with breaking up with him is because I was not willing to do something that makes me feel unhappy for him, because that was not being true
and
to myself.
I think that's why I said I was going, because I think it was gonna get to a point where we were both resistant, and I could, which like some man them do, put pressure on you, be like, no, take that down, and force you.
Yeah.
But I was just like,
You
if
don't have to
I'm
take
gonna,
it down, yeah.
if it's gonna get to a point where I have to force you, like genuinely push that pressure on
Yeah.
you, then for me it's like you're
don't
not
wanna
doing
be
it.
that guy,
So
yeah.
I wanted you to come to a point where you're like, hey,
Yeah, and I did out of my own self. I was like, you know what? I agree with him. That
you
picture.
come babe, sorry.
I was not like that.
were.
I wasn't.
You
I
were.
was just like,
You were.
okay, fine, I'll take it. No, I took the picture down and then I called you back like the next day or the same day.
2 days later, mate.
I think it was a few days.
2 days later,
And then I was like,
she was brewing with her stubbornness.
and I kept the picture up for those 2 days because I was like, I had to think about it and be like, what is the root issue? So I think with conflict, another point is conflict resolution. Get down to the root issue. A lot of people argue about like surface things, like, oh my gosh, he didn't, I don't know, close the door, and then it begs to, but there's a bigger issue that's happening behind that. So when you sit down, think about what is the root issue
Yeah, like,
of
is
the
it
problem.
laziness or is it stubbornness or is it
Yeah,
this?
and my thing was stubbornness, and his thing was, well, I'm not going to be a Lucas. And if you know a Lucas, you know, BK chat, back chat, watch that. Don't watch it.
I'm not Lucas, bro.
He didn't wanna be that
man
guy.
is not Lucas. It's okay.
And-
I'm alpha, but I'm not alpha male. Like,
Oh
Foolishness.
gosh, that's a different story. Different. Yeah, the first point was don't argue to hurt each other.
oh yeah.
Second point is get down to the root issue. Like communicate, get down to the root issue. And I think
Okay, I've got point number 3.
Yeah.
I think for point number 3, which I've learned a lot with you, is that no one's the same as you.
Yeah.
In terms of even in that situation, it took you a long time because of who you are and your personality to come to terms with, yo, what I'm doing is not right. For me, if someone convinces me
Yeah.
of, look, this is X and this is Y, X is wrong, Y is correct, all right, instantly for
You see
me,
things black and white,
I'm
yeah.
like, cool, I'll take it. I know I don't need to be like,
Convinced and
and I think for me, my ego's not on the line, kind of thing.
neither was fine.
No, but but this is what I'm saying. People are different.
Yeah. Yeah.
So for me,
know your person basically.
Yeah. So if I remember in that situation, I broke up with you, but I knew that you're gonna sit down and it's gonna take you time because, like we've spoken about,
Yeah.
in any situation, it takes you a longer time to react than me. I'll react in the moment.
Yeah.
You react with time.
Yeah.
So it's just me now understanding. All right, cool. Well, let's see what she does.
Give her
Yeah.
time, yeah. Whereas before, he'd be like, you don't, but it's simple. Like, this is right, this is wrong, do it. And I'll be like, no, it's
One
not that
plus one
simple.
is 2. Can you
Yeah,
not
and
see?
I'm like, yeah, 1 plus 1 is 2, but there's little ways to get
And she'd
to
be like,
2.
let me think
4
about
minus
this
2 is
answer.
also 2.
No, let me think about this answer. Let me see if it sits right with my what with your
With my
soul.
spirit.
Come on, 1 plus 1 is 2.
So basically, know your person, know how they work, know before when you're arguing, so you can know how to move forward. Which I think leads on to the last point: is always move forward, and that's something I've learned with New. Like I was never the arguer. With every argument that we ever have, News always gets to a point where like, okay, fine, we can go around in circles. You agree, you disagree, I disagree. How can we move forward? That's always your saying. What can we do to move forward? And then sometimes I'm just like, I don't want to move forward. I just want to argue.
We're going round the roundabouts, round, and I'm just like, okay, I've heard this point 5 times. And you're gonna say another time, I already know all the angles of
Because
this
I'm not a
point.
backing down kind of person. If I believe something,
Yeah,
I'm not going to change
and
my
the
mind.
thing is, you come with that perspective, like I'm about to. Oh, okay, I understand. And I'm like, no, I don't understand. Go tell the world, I don't understand. But for me, it's a point of, okay, we don't agree, but if we're gonna be together and move forward,
we need to find a balancing point, basically.
Yeah.
And usually we do. So we sit down and be like, usually we go round and round in circles, right, for hours. Like, I'll say this, I'll say that, he'll say that, and then you'll end up arguing about something else, something. Anyway, we get to the point, and then he's like, okay, babe, we've been speaking for 2 hours arguing about this. What is your main point? And then I'll say my main point, and then he'll be like,
and then you come with, oh, you said this 6 times. Have you not been listening to me?
and then I'll be like, what's your main point? Then he'll say his main point. Then we'll see where we're disagreeing with those main points. Then he'll say, okay, how can we move forward? Who's going to compromise on something?
Is it
Or
worth
is it worth
fighting over this? Yeah.
Is it even an argument thing? Is it a deal breaker? Is it a moral thing, a core thing within our relationship? Like, you have to kind of compartmentalize your arguments. Is it a core thing that actually your relationship cannot move forward without resolving that thing? Is it a thing where you can just be like, you know what, let's agree to disagree and move on? Is it a thing where maybe we're arguing because he's hurt my feelings? So basically we have to figure out what it is so we can move forward. Yeah guys, the camera died. I don't know where it died, but basically you got the gist of the video. I hope it can help anybody out there in a relationship, even if you're not in a relationship, just friendship, normal conflict resolution. Yeah, I hope that can help. Don't forget to watch news videos on his channel. It is
Nucrial. Nucrial. RIAL.
Yeah, I'll have his links down below so you can check that out. And don't forget to watch our next video, which is going to be about deal breakers, our deal breakers, my deal breakers, his deal breakers, which he didn't have, why he didn't have any, like basically our different takes on it. So thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you on my next video. Wait.
So I hope you liked that reaction video, guys. If you would like more of these type of reaction videos, I want you to give me more than 5 likes. Share this video so we can get more subscribers. God bless you guys, and I'll see you next on the next video.